unnecessary things.
What things?
Those 2 notes. If someone finds them, they can be used as evidence against her.
Huh. So you can do whatever you want as many times as... I don't want to live with regret for the rest of my life either.
Live with...
We're almost done saying our goodbyes, right?
Yes. But before we leave, I have a question I'd like to ask you, Mr. Yang. I'm curious.
Why the sudden interest?
I always had a feeling that you would never give up on someone who needed help. At this very moment, to trailblaze means...
That's not what I think at all. Besides...
And because of that, he bid farewell to the Express and never...
Not all journey. You can think of it this way. The goal of my trailblaze, in my homeland, the name Welt means world. This is my way.
Why me?
Like I also know that there was never a...
I told you he'd find...
Since you already know one, let's go. We'll head straight for the...
I know you can hide your appearance, but...
Don't worry. I won't take too much time. I was a child when I first visited the Grand Theater. I remember seeing the light behind the curtain. When I returned here many years later as the head of the...
Now that you've returned to the stage...
Prepare for my departure. I've always believed that a person's starting point should also be his last stop. Have you ever seen the elderly at the end of their lives? As they welcome their final humanity, flaps their wings twice as they complete their journey. Once when they are born. I will say goodbye. Here. To the me of yesterday. I really hate this face. My expression...
I see. That a halo above your head that's...
It's true that this ring was bestowed upon our people by the head while I was in the gallery of...
Why?
I am a fugitive after... This is how I can cast aside all the blessings of the harmony and the order and...
Is that also how Mr. One Week came?
He was born from an accident. One that you're actually quite familiar with. It was that try not to laugh. I was roaming around as an ordinary person.
Are you saying that he's a part of you?
You could say he's... I too was once a child. Maybe if I had made us. What a pity. So, my final farewell will be like that of Miss Ting-Yun. And this also means that... Is there a possibility that you will... No. This is a foregone, but who's to say there won't be?
Regardless of the outcome, you will have a whip. I'll be waiting for you in the audience.
Much appreciated. Now, shall we begin? Anticipating this possibility, you've really... I'm about to embark on an unknown journey, where it will be impossible to maintain my orderly life. I will have to navigate unexpected surprises, much like... You're not ready at all, are you? I feel unsettled, maybe even scared. Ever since I left Penacony, I could no longer control everything. Don't flatter yourself. You can't control anything. But my fear of the unknown may be a weakness. But your presence has shown me that surprises aren't always... Meeting you has been a great help to me. And I'm glad to have discovered this side of myself. I also feel grateful for the opportunity to tell you this in person. I truly... What? I must admit, many of your qualities strike a chord with me. There are times when I want to joke around, freely express my thoughts, or openly or my fondness.
Then go for it, Sonny. You always talk about locking the bird in the cage, but you're the one who's trapped. Look at yourself. Besides discipline and hesitation, there's nothing else in your life. If you continue living like a slab of marble...
But I dislike people who are frivolous. It makes me uncomfortable to even emulate them. If I fail, I will still uphold my principle. As for the harmony, my stance remains the same. Whether it's you or the paths, if what I once doubted, then this time, my true heart will guide the tuning. I'll leave it to you.
What is this? This isn't like you at all. Did you lose your mind after being run over?
Failure is always the best teacher. To save more lives, you must first understand what they live for and what they die for. The best way. You see? Whether it's us merging or one of us disappearing, I'll leave the tuning to fate. And see if I can embrace all that I detest. Only then will I truly be able to walk among the living. But what if you can't? Well, that's out of my hands. The person who always disappoints his sister. Falling is just another name for flying. That's why I rejoice at my broken wings. Step into the mortal world to see how it truly is. Then, be born as a human and die as one. And with my last breath, I'll join the weak. On the planet of festivities, it's not the gods who answer.
I don't have much. When telling jokes, be sincere.
Never mind. No objections from me.
This is so annoying. How did I become so dull? Well, despite everything, try not to be too hard on yourself.
One must first step back onto the stage.
As expected, the trickiest thing is to